What's up, everyone? I'm really happy we made it to this section, and I'm really happy that we could sign up to App Widget 24. And one of the main reasons for this lesson or tutorial or course is to teach you how to develop a responsive mobile app, Android app specifically, and how to monetize this app and make good money out of it, even when you are sleeping and when you are even less busy. Your app will be generating good income for you. And App Creator 24 has really done a good job when it comes to monetization of your app. I have some app in my cell phone that I've created that are generating me one or two things. Example of such app I'm going to show you is One Click app. I developed it and I'm going to show you what the app is doing and how it's generating income. Now, if you see the app, you will notice this thing. You will notice this. It is an ad. That's the way I'm monetizing this app. And if I should click on something, now it tells you that to access this page you need to watch a video. Okay, it's not bringing the video. Let me click on another page for that. Okay, now you see a video is showing now. This is the video is showing. So this is the way I monetize this app. Now the person doesn't have any choice but to either cancel or click it. Now when the person cancels it, it generates money for me, and when the person clicks it, it generates money for me. The both way, it's a win-win for me. Are you getting that? Not just that, this is also, like I said earlier on, this is a way I also monetize my app. Can you get my app? So with this course we'll be having, let me just go out of this app. I don't need it. With this course we'll be teaching you all these things, teaching you all the walkthroughs of these things, how to monetize your app and how to develop your app. So without saying too much, let's dive into the lesson so we can learn the in and out. Of App Creator 24. And the reason why I want to learn the in and out of this is so that we can have a good app development experience and a very easy app development experience. So let's sign in, as I said earlier. So for me, I've stored I've stored everything. I've stored my details with Google, so it's just generating it quickly. But for you, you might need to type everything one by one. And please don't forget, this is the password I told you to write earlier, or the password you stored. That is what you use to sign into App Creator 24. Okay, let's dive in. Now for you won't be seeing all these things. The reason is because I developed all these apps. But for you have not developed any app. So what you just be seeing is this app creator button. This is just what you'll be seeing, this app creator button. That is what you'll be seeing, and this HTML5 and all those kind of stuff. So but for me, for the sake of this course, I would rather just take you through the fresh part of it, but I will have to bring you back to one of the app I've created so you can understand better what I'm trying to say. Now let's click on this app creator, this create app rather. Just click it and to bring you up to a setup wizard. Now this is the setup wizard. What is the setup wizard? The setup wizard is an artificial intelligence machine that asks you some questions or gives you options to fill so that it can generate what you want it to generate. Are you getting that? Now this is the App Creator 24 setup wizard to creating an app. So you enter general information of the app. Now this is the app name, the name you want to give your app. Maybe it is just any name you want to give it. So this is the name you can give it. For me, I'm going to just give it demo app. But I won't be using this platform. Using this because I want to take you through the raw walkthrough of the app creator interface. But this is just a setup wizard. The reason why I don't want to use the setup wizard is because it will make you lazy and you won't understand everything that has to do with App Creator 24 and in a glance. So I want you to understand that. When you are developing any app, you are developing like a professional. So the app name is where you put your app name, and the app icon is where you put your what, the image, the welcome image of what, of your app. For example, this is the welcome image of this app. This is the welcome image of this app. Are you getting that? So that is why you need to choose a very good what, welcome image. You don't just choose anyone. Now when you choose file, when you decide to choose file, that one I just colored, it will take you to your what, to your gallery or your local disk if you are using a personal computer. But if you choose from gallery, it will take you to the app creator gallery, the icons they have for their gallery. So these are the very funny, wonderful icons they have. But for me, I don't really like to use them because I don't see reasons to use them. But rather, what I do is that I create my own apps. Sorry, I create my own what, icons. I create my own logo, and I do that using a website that I will teach you later in this course. If I will teach you later in this course how to create a professional what, professional logo. So I'm entitled to do that, because it wouldn't be nice you having a good app function and your logo is nothing to write home about. So I don't use the app creator 24 logo. I rather design mine. For example, this one click was personally designed. The one click is personally designed. So you can also design yours, give it your own touch, and voila, you are good to go. Sorry, I'm minimizing and it has to load again. Now for your language, your primary language, just choose a language you understand. I'm an English speaking person, so I prefer English. Here is app description. Just this is where you tell them what your app does, the function of your app, the benefit of your app, and other things, describing your app and other relevant things about your app. So you pen it here, then you just next. That is if you are using the app creator setup wizard. But I'm not going to use that. The reason I said earlier on is to make you a professional developer. So what I'm going to do is that I will choose one of the app I've created, then I will work on it again as if I'm creating a new app. The main reason is because I wanted to see something. So now I will be clicking this app. It's just an app I just designed to fill up some space. So it's not really a nice app. So now let me just click it. Now we are into the dashboard of that app. Now this is what I want you to see. This is what I want you to know about. When you know everything about this place I just circled, I'm telling you, when you be developing an app, you'll be developing like a professional. So now you see this plus button, the general info has a plus button. It's just telling you that something is hidden there. So when you click it, it opens up. Now you see the setup wizard will not give you all those things. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Now for this lesson, we want to learn about the name and the icon. The name and the icon. That's what I'm underlining. So I want to teach you everything that has to do with the name and the icon. Now when you are talking about the name and the icon, it's just synonymously telling you about your app UI. Whenever you hear the word app UI, it's talking about your app interface, user interface. You have heard of the word UI UX. It means user interface and user experience. Are you getting that? So when your user interface is nice and your user experience is nice, I tell you your app will go far. And that's one of the reasons why Facebook is that large, Google is that large, and WhatsApp is that large. They have serious traffic because their UI UX is wonderful. So you can't afford to have a very terrible UI UX. Even if your app has a good function, it will downgrade your app. So that is one of the reasons why I want to take you through this step rather than taking you through the setup wizard. Now let's click the name and icon. Now once we have in the setup wizard, you are going to find it here also. You see the app name. Now let's give the app any kind of name you want, but I just want to give it demo app. Before it was demo app 1, but I just want to give it demo app so you can understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, we are through with that. Now package name, let me wipe it off. Now your package name, it could be any name you want. It could be your name dot app. It could be any name you just want. Just make sure that there's a full stop or a dot. Are you getting that? But for me, I want to name the package name. I want to give the package name the name I gave to the app. That's demo, but I'm going to place dot app. Make sure they have dot app there. So that is the internal name of the internal your app internal identifier. Look at it here. That is what your app is can be used to be can be identified with internally. The internal stuff you're talking about here is the back end of your app. Now this is your own back end. Are you getting that? But there's another back end that you can't see. The app creator, they are the one controlling that back end, because it is through them we are developing apps. But this backend we are working on, the people who be using your app can never access this backend, because this is your own backend. Are you getting that? Okay, I believe you understand. Now version name, just leave it at 9.8 or anything it generates for you. Are you getting it? Just at anything it generates for you. Now version code, I've updated this app this is the fourth time I'm updating this app. That's why you are seeing 4. So now increases when page is saved. It isn't visible to users. Now as many times as you save this particular app, you do make changes to it and you save it, the version code changes. This is not for you, it's for app creator 24. That is their business. Now app icon, like I've showed you earlier on, the one click icon or the one click logo. The app icon is what your users see first. That is the welcome. That is your app welcome, and that is the icon that shows on the screen of your user's phone. So which means that you can't afford to just put any kind of thing there. You need to put something nice. You need to work on something nice. You need to develop or design something nice. Are you getting that? For I just place this one here to just fill up the space. So for you to change such an icon, one, you must have developed an icon or a logo that suits your app. So you can do that using online platform to develop your logo. You can do that using other means, if you can develop a logo. But if you can't develop a logo, don't worry, I'll make a tutorial on that you'll be able to access. And I'm telling you, if you follow the tutorial, you'll be very, very blessed rather, and you really, really appreciate God you're going to go through, because I'll be teaching you how to create professional logos, like the case of Facebook, Amazon, those kind of logos that you can sell, and you can sell at a very good price. You can also be a logo designer on Fiverr, where you can sell your logo and make good money. When I mean money, I'm talking about dollars. So with all this being said, let me show you how to upload an app icon. Just click on this button that says choose a file. So when you click it, it will, if you are using a PC, which is a personal computer, it will take you to your local disk. Are you getting that? But if you are using your cell phone, it will take you to this kind of something similar to this, but yours might not be the same thing. Are you getting that? Mine has camera, camcorder, voice recorder, documents. Yours can be gallery, yours can be photos, you get it. But for this camera is if you want to snap yourself or you want to snap something to add, no problem, you can do that. But for me, my pictures are in documents, so I'll just click documents. Yours might not be documents, don't worry, but mine is documents. So I just want to use this one here. I want to use this one. I prefer this one, so I'm going to click it. So once I click it, you will see the name changed. It means for the image won't change now. The reason is because I've not saved what I'm doing. Are you getting that? So it's when you finish, you save it. But make sure that before you leave this section, you save every work you've done so that you won't lose them. Okay, since we've changed our app icon, now the notification icon, you can decide to do as well, change it, but I prefer it like this. I just want it like this. I don't want to stress myself. but you can also develop a special icon for that. There are places you can get icons for free. Don't worry, when I'll be teaching you how to develop a professional logo, I'll be giving you informations like that. Just be patient and I know you will enjoy it. Now, the screen orientation is trying to tell you how your screen will function when they are using this app. I prefer and I would advise you leave it on auto, so that when the person who is using this app rotates its screen to landscape, this app will adjust to landscape automatically. And when it takes it to portrait, it will go back to portrait automatically. When I mean landscape, that is when your phone is horizontally slanted and it looks like a rectangle. Are you getting that? But when it is portrait, it's also horizontal, it's vertically standing like a rectangle that is standing upward. I hope you understand that. So it's advisable to leave it there. But when you put it on portrait, when you turn your phone to landscape mode, it won't change. And when you put it to landscape, when you turn your phone to portrait mode, it won't change. So it's always advisable, just leave it on auto. Now, include permission to user location. If you want to know the locations of your user, you can click yes. But if you don't see it as an important information to get, maybe you don't even want to know where your users are staying, who cares? You just click no. But for me, I think I need to know their location. Perhaps I can have a friend I need to see. Okay. Now, include permission to write data. This is required for social features like chats. Now, if you are building a chat app, you really need this. For example, if you want to sign up for Facebook, they will ask you your name, your phone number, your mail, this and that. That is what this option does. So once you make it yes, it will ask them for their names and other kind of things, other kind of information that are relevant to them that your app needs to know. And it will be mandatory they fill those things. So that makes your app or your chat app professional. Now, include permission to access camera. That is this one. When you click yes, it gives your app permission to use your camera, either to snap pictures or to take videos and share videos or to scan codes. Like for WhatsApp, if you want to connect your WhatsApp to your computer, you need to scan code. So once you enable this option, you'll be able to scan codes on anything with your camera. But I don't need it because this app might not be built on that. But if I need it, I'll come back and turn it on. Now, include permission to access microphone. Now, if your app will be used to make calls or make speeches that the other party or third party or another user of your app needs to hear, you need to turn this on to yes. And don't forget, you are not developing this app for yourself, so you must consider your users. Your user option should be first and foremost compared to yours. Why? Because you are not building the app for yourself. One of the main reasons is because you want to build the app and you really want to earn good income from the app. I tell you, these guys that build app, they are earning a lot of money from their apps. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm teaching you how to build these apps. And sincerely, it will be a win-win for you if you can really take it serious and give good value, because people want value. They don't want to pay for rubbish, they want value. Okay, but I don't need this, so I just make it no. Now, add latest app widget add latest app user action widget. Now, this option helps to show, for example, latest images published by app users. Now, if you're building a chat app, you need to make this here so that when they place in new images, just like WhatsApp, when people upload status, you see it. So when you make it yes, when your users are uploading new things, they see it. People that are also their friends, they see it, and you can also have access to some of these informations also. Now, if you want to install or put Facebook login into your app, you need to sign up with Facebook and also have a Facebook app ID. You really need it. Fill it here and you're good to go. Now, on save, which is the last one for this section, on save, meaning that when you save this app, which format should it generate? It says generate only APK. APK is the format that you use to save apps. For pictures, you use JPEG, which is JPEG, or PNG or JPG, or any kind of picture format. For Photoshop files, you use Photoshop kind of format. For Premiere Pro files, you use Premiere Pro kind of format. But here they're asking you that if you save this this app, should it be generated as APK or APK and .aab? Seriously, I've never used this .aab, so I prefer it to just generate only APK. Let me save myself the stress of AAB. So I prefer APK, and APK is the best. Every app you see here functioning on this phone are saved as APK. So it's advisable you just save it as APK. Okay, with all this being said, I'm really happy to tell you that to the glory of God only, we've been able to learn virtually everything about the app name and icon. And I know at worst, when I mean at worst, I'm trying to say that even if you've not learned anything, with the little information you've gotten from this place, it's obvious you can create a good user interface, a good user interface, a good responsive user interface. So since we've done all this, let's just save. And now it's going to pop up a message to me, and the reason is because I've created this app before, and I'm trying to create I'm wiping it off and creating a new one. So it's going to give me this message, but for you it won't give you this message to just save directly. And this is what you will see: saved. So when you see this, it means it has saved everything you've done. Are you getting that? For us to know if this thing truly worked, let's just click on this button. Let's click on this button to see the changes. Now let me zoom in. This is the app we just worked on. That was not the picture that was there before, and that was not the name. The name earlier was demo app 1, and the picture that was there was something that has to do with a rose kind of flower, if you remember. Now you see it has changed everything. Now the app interface has changed totally. Don't worry, at the end of all these things, I know the glory of God, you really appreciate God you went through this course. God bless you, and I would love to see you in the next course. I will be learning about the general, which is this place, because we are still dealing with the general info. We'll be learning about the general. Okay, without much being said, see you in the next class. Thank you.